Hello and welcome. I'm Yash, co-founder and chief executive at Linkjoy, and today I'm here to offer you an update on Meta and also share with you how you can implement Client Portal on Linkjoy. Client Portal has been one of the most requested features for Linkjoy since the time we launched, and while there is still a long way to go, here are a couple of things you can do with the version of Client Portal that we launched a couple of weeks ago. You can add unlimited clients to your Linkjoy account. This is irrespective of the plan that you have with us. Every account, whether it is the smallest LTD plan or the highest recurring plan, you can add as many clients as you need. There are no limits. There will never be your growth is our growth, right? Once you add a particular client, you can assign assets to them, link in bios, Instagram bio link, short links, whatever. And after assigning these assets, you can send across an invite to your clients. They can then log in and access all of their assets, plus the analytics as of now. We're currently conceptualizing V2 of the client portal as well, and we'll share more of that later. If you'd like to contribute to our product roadmap, do consider our community. Do consider joining our community on facebook.com/groups/Linkjoy. This community has over 700 marketeers who are also Linkjoy customers and share the latest in marketing and growth. Plus, we also use it as a sounding board to share new ideas and get their feedbacks, and we gather requirements from there. Before we move to Client Portal, I would actually like to take a couple of minutes out and offer an update on Linkjoy issue that happened with Meta, that is Facebook and Instagram. What happened was a couple of weeks ago, out of nowhere, Facebook started blocking Linkjoy native links. To be clear, custom domain links created using Linkjoy were working fine, but they stopped native LNKJ domain links to be posted anywhere on Facebook and Instagram. As soon as this happened, we reached out to Meta, but also realized that given the size and scale at which they operate, we cannot expect them to respond to us within minutes, hours, or even days. So we applied a short-term fix and responsibly moved all of our users' links to a new domain on our site. All the while making sure that the traffic was being redirected and that analytics stay accurate. To be honest, I genuinely don't know of any company that has done an endeavor as Herculean as this one in such a short span of time, successfully. And I'm super glad that our team was able to pull it off. Our users were worried, but we did our best to reduce the inconvenience as much as possible, and that was the status quo for 3 days. No service disruption, but a big question on our existence. We tried multiple ways to reach out to Meta in those 3 days. Some of our awesome customers, awesome users also DM'd us creative ways to reach out to them and get their attention. And one of those worked well, and they realized that it was a mistake. They rolled back their block on LNKJ native link within the next 6 hours and it started working. Again, the issue was only on native links and not on custom domains. While our users were worried, there was no impact due to service disruption or their analytics. And after 3 days, the issue was resolved. The reason why this had happened was because some ill-intentioned folks were using Linkjoy to create phishing links on our free version. We already had in our internal effort to crack down on those people, but since that had increased, Meta thought that Linkjoy as a company itself is a scam and so removed our links. Now we've taken a couple of steps. We've stopped offering free plan altogether on Linkjoy. Sure, it is going to impact our growth for a bit, but it is for the greater good. And so there is no sign up for free trial. You have to put in your card and purchase Linkjoy. Only after that you get access to Linkjoy's full capabilities. The reason why we've done this is because asking scammers to put in their credit cards is the best way to deter them, because if they have to put in their cards and then they continue to run a scam, tracking them is much easier and faster, and so it carries a much higher risk for them. We also have an internal vigilance team that identifies phishing links based on some criteria that I'll not make public as of now in order to make sure that the future scammers are not able to game the system, but they will manually review the links that qualify that criteria and block their accounts right there and then. So that's a little bit on what happened with Meta, where we are today, what we've done, and what we are going to do in the future to make sure that something like this does not happen again. Coming back to the client portal now. Actually, let me just stop speaking over here and show you how it works, and that would be simpler and a lot better, I think. And so let's just do that. Let's take a look at the client portal. Firstly, I'm going to show how the client portal looks like as of now, and then I'm going to also show you what the V2 of client portal is going to look like, the one that we are currently working on. Right? So as of now, this is essentially how client portal looks like. Fairly straightforward and simple. When a client or a user on the side of a client could be a contact, when they log in, they'll be able to see your logo over here. they'll be able to see all the link in bios that you've created and assigned to them, along with the number of clicks. They can copy the URL, they can create a QR code and share it on their socials as well. And if they want to see in-depth analytics, they can click over here and see their analytics of a particular asset as well. So as of now, for this one, there are no analytics as such, but I can also go into link retargeting, and I can pick up any analytics that may be there. And so as an example, for this one, I have in-depth analytics that are available, right? And so all the assets that are associated with me as a client are available for me to see over here, including link in bio. I don't have any Instagram bio link, but I can see link retargeting and stuff like that. I can see myself over here, and this is the logo of the agency. This is V1 of the client portal. The V2 of the client portal, which is something that we already have implemented in ClientJoy, which will also bring to Linkjoy, looks essentially something like this, right? So over here, it's much more rich in features and functionalities. There are three key differences, right? So the first difference is that instead of having just the three things over here, you have the ability to embed tabs, right? And so you can see over here that you can add tabs. And so as you can see, I've laid out a demo client portal for which ClientJoy customers are currently able to create, which is where you can embed, let's say, a type form, a form from Typeform, or you could embed basically reports from your Google Analytics or Google Data Studio. And again, all of these are rich embeds, right? And so you could actually make changes to dates, and the data would change and stuff like that, right? And so you can change pages, you can change dates and stuff like that. You can embed presentations from Canva, and your clients can just go through all of that presentation if you want. You can embed Airtable databases as well, so that your clients can see, let's say, their content calendar in whichever view that you want. You can also embed project trackers from ClickUp, right? So that if you're working on a project with your client, then they know which task is at which stage and stuff like that. And then you also have the default ones, which in this case are files and invoices. If you want to add a new one, you can just click on add a tab, and you can click on add new tab, whether it could be a link, and so that supports your Dropbox, ClickUp, and Google Data Studio and YouTube and all of that. Or you can embed an embed code and create a tab out of it, right? And so you could do all of these things for your clients. Again, this is V2 of Client Portal for Linkjoy, which currently is already live on ClientJoy, and we'll be bringing these capabilities to Linkjoy as well. So first up, I just wanted to very quickly start this off by showing you what are the capabilities in the V1 of ClientJoy as it exists right now, and what are the capabilities that is coming up in V2 of ClientJoy or V2 of Linkjoy as we move forward as well, right? Now coming back to this, right? How do you achieve this? And so let me show you how that's done. The first thing that you want to do is you want to go to the clients tab in your Linkjoy account and then add a client, like I've added over here, right? And so to add an account, you just click over here, add a client, give them a name. So as an example, I just give them a name. Let's say it's Tanmay Parekh, who is their marketing manager. Email is Tanmay Parekh, before that, phone number, and his company is let's say motivational speaking, and I can enable client portal access. Once I enable client portal access, I can set a password for him, and I can send an invitation email with the new password and CC myself as well. So for now, since I want to show this to you, instead of putting in his real email, I'm going to actually create it on a Mailinator account. And so let's say it's going to be Tanmay_Parekh@mailinator.com. That's his email, and I've created his password as well. I just go over here and I open up public inbox of Mailinator as well, so that you guys can see how the mail comes in. Oh, sorry, not login. I'll have to go to public inbox. I I'll go back over here and I will save. And so this should send an invite email to Tanmay on his Mailinator account. So we'll wait for it's already here. So it says, join Yasha.in's client portal, which is my Linkjoy account. So my client portal. It carries the logo, and click here to join the client portal. Now, I not click here as of now. I'll have to firstly sign out of my existing Linkjoy account, so that Linkjoy does not get confused as to whether this is the customer or this is the Linkjoy user. And so I'll click on it. It already carries the client portal links. It also carries my logo over here, and so I'm going to put in the client credentials. See it? That's correct. And I'll log in. Once I log in, my client portal is ready. And so once I log in as a client, it shows me my link in bio, my Instagram bio link, and my link retargeting. Of course, as of now, everything is completely empty. And so that's because we've not assigned any of the assets to Tanmay. And so for now, I'll again log out of Tanmay's client portal. I'll go back to my Linkjoy account and I'll log in again over here. And now I'll start assigning assets, right? So that is the first step, how to add a client. The very quick thing that I should also add in terms of adding clients is that you may be working with multiple people from your client side, right? So you may have, like a manager, and then someone who's looking after their branding, and someone who's looking after their analytics, and then the ultimate decision maker, right? So it's not necessary that for a particular client, which is an organization, you have only one person. And so you may want to add multiple contacts as well. And so what I could do is, in the same client portal, I can also add a contact. And so I could say, okay, this is going to be Sibu Sahu. He is going to be the owner, and his email is going to be sibu_sahu@mailinator.com. And I'll not make him primary because my single point of contact is Tanmay. So I'll keep my conversations with Tanmay, but Sibu will still have access to everything that Tanmay has access to, right? And I want to also enable client portal access for him, and I'm going to keep the same credentials, and I'm also going to send him an invite. Before I do though, I just go back to Mailinator, go back to invoice, and Sahu should be good enough. And I will now send an invite to him. So once I send an invite, it shows to me that Sibu also has portal access. Sibu will also receive an email, as you can see over here. It's in Sibu Sahu's email that they've also received a client portal invite, and they can also log in with their credentials. So while you have unlimited clients in Linkjoy, you also can add unlimited contacts under those clients in Linkjoy, right? And all of them will have access to the assets, right? And so that kind of puts an end to the conversation around how do you add a client and how do you add a contact, and then how do you actually give them access to the client portal, right? And so again, you can go back to clients, and then as you can see, I have two clients, which is Motivational Speaking Consultancy, which has Tanmay as the primary contact and Sibu as one additional one. And then the second client is ClientJoy, where I myself, Yash, is a primary contact, right? Now what I want to do is I want to assign assets to those to motivational speaking consultants, right? So I just go to link in bio, and I'll see the list of all of my links in bio. And as you can see, here is a column that tells me whether this has been assigned to a particular client or not. And so since I know that David, Yash, About, and Rhythm on custom domain, these have already been assigned to Yash as a client. And so what I do is I want to assign, let's say, these two links to my new client, which is going to be Tanmay. And so I just change client, I'll click over here, and it will show me Tanmay Parekh from Motivational Speaking Consultants. And I'll hit apply. Now, these two assets have been assigned to Tanmay, as you can see over here. And I can do the same thing with link retargeting as well. So I could go into link retargeting. As you can see, I can see all of these links have been assigned to Yash. I have this one link which has not yet been assigned, and so I just change client for that, and I'll assign this to Tanmay as well, and I'll hit apply. I'll also go into my Instagram bio link, and so as you can see, none of these Instagram bio links have yet been assigned to a client, and so I'll just choose these three, and I'll assign them to Tanmay for now, and I'll hit apply. Now all of these assets, those two LinkedIn bios, these three Instagram bio link, and that one link retargeting, are now assigned to this clients, as you can see over here. I can go in clients tab, and I can go in motivational speaking consultancy, where Tanmay is the primary contact. I can see all of their contacts over here. I can click on LinkedIn bio and see the LinkedIn bios that are assigned to them. I can see Instagram bio links that are assigned to them. I can also click over here and I can delete, edit, duplicate, whatever it is that I want. And I can also see all the link retargeting that have been assigned along with their analytics and stuff like that, right? And what this means is that when now Tanmay logs in into their client portal, they will also be able to see all of these assets. And so let me show you how that would look like. So let me log out of my Linkjoy account, and I'll go into the client portal. Again, this client portal carries this particular logo, and so I'll click on login. And so Tanmay is logging in under the name of Motivational Speaking Consultancy. And so where earlier you were seeing that all of these were empty, now you're able to see that both of these LinkedIn bios, these three Instagram bio links, and this one, I think, link retargeting has been assigned to them, right? Again, this is just V1 of the client portal. V2 of the client portal will essentially look like this, where you can add your custom tabs and add all of your project details, whether you're using Asana, Trello, whether you're using Infinity, whether you're using Airtable, Canva, Google Analytics. All of these things you'll be able to integrate with your client portal in the V2 of Linkjoy, which is already live on ClientJoy as of now as a part of the CRM software, right? Now, let me go back to my account and show you a couple of other interesting things. So I've logged out of the client portal. Again, it says Acme Corp over here, which is my agency. And now I'll go to Linkjoy and I'll just put in my account details and I'll log in. And so now that I'm logged in, a couple of key things that I want to show you. Right. So the first thing is that the next time that you create a LinkedIn bio for a client, while you're adding a LinkedIn bio, there's this one field that we've added which just says who is it for. If it's for yourself, just let it be me. That's the default option. Or you can choose a client right over here. And what this would mean is that while you're creating that LinkedIn bio, you will be able to, it'll automatically be assigned to that particular client, right? Whether it is Yasha, whether it is Tanmay Parekh, or just myself. If it's myself, it's just for me to see. It will not be available in the client portal and so on and so forth. And this tab is something that we've added for all the assets, right? So whether if you're creating a new short link as well, the first thing that we want to know is who is this for, right? Is it for yourself or is it for your client? And so that way they automatically get assigned to your clients as well. And so that's pretty much it. So just a couple of things just to kind of conclude. The new client portal V1 is up. It's fairly quick and simple to understand. You got your agency logo over here and all the three assets over here. You can create your clients and assign them these assets, and they start appearing over here as well. They can copy them, they can get a QR code, they can share these links, they can also see their analytics if they want. And more importantly, V2 of client portal is currently underway, and that's something that looks like this, which is where you've got rich embeds and you've got new tabs with link embeds, iframe embeds, and so on and so forth. And you can completely customize the way that the client portal looks like, right? I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are always available and looking for your feedback. Do let us know your thoughts. Thank you. Bye-bye.